everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan on a kind of cold, windy, spritzy, awful sort of day. Not even a good day for a duck. It's a good day to catch pneumonia, I guess. Get the pneumonia going on here. If you're paying attention to the RV industry, you might have heard recently there was a fire at a Forest River facility. And I've heard a lot of people asking me questions about this, and I've seen a lot of really wacky misinformation that I swear people are just making this stuff up as they go. And I wanted to kind of take a second to dispel this as best as I could. Before I worked in this industry, I didn't have a good idea of how it works. And something I keep hearing people say is, the Forest River lamination plant burned down. No, that's not how it works. There's not one lamination plant that feeds all of Forest River. If you weren't aware, Forest River is almost just like an overall banner, in a sense, sort of like a holding company. It's composed of multiple, completely unrelated, independent businesses, in a sense. Like, say we have Wildwood, Rockwood, oh, wow, I'm blanking on my own inventory. Cherokee, the Cherokee Group. Oh, man. I need to get some more caffeine or something. But, like, those are Forest River brands we have here. But we also have some Coachman brands, which are a subsidiary of Forest River. None of these groups have anything to do with one another, by the way. They are all, like, independent entities, effectively. And, they all have their own staff, their own facilities, etc. So what happened here, it's unconfirmed at this time. I won't say that I have all of the details, but it sounds like at the lamination plant that supplied laminated walls to the Surveyor, R-Pods, and No Boundaries, to that group, it sounds like a fire started due to an electric space heater. It does not sound to be foul play or anything like that. Unfortunately, the factory was a complete loss. In a sense, I mean, my heart goes out to, first of all, just as a son of one of the owners of this business, like that's a massive loss. Like, that hurts. And you say, oh, insurance. All of the legal time, the people time, the lost production time, you never make up for that, even with insurance. I mean, this sucks, and this sucks hard. But in a sense, I was kind of relieved, maybe selfishly, I suppose, for the benefit of our own clients and ourselves here, that it doesn't really directly affect us at Haylett RV, any of our customers, any of the brands really that we have here. I also, even though we are not at all affiliated with Surveyor, R-Pod, No Boundaries, I know some of the people down there. I have a lot of respect for them. They're good people. They make a good product. They do good business. And I want to kind of clear some rumors up on their behalf. So what's not going to happen is it's not like there will be no R-Pod, Surveyor, No Boundaries production this year. Actually, very quickly, they're going to be back up and running. What's interesting is that plant was actually scaling down in production already because basically there's such a material shortage. They're having a hard time getting glue for the laminated walls, which is yet another confirmation of something I've said in some of my industry updates, where they are not cranking these things out and overbuilding them. There just literally are not enough parts to do that. There's literally not enough material to overproduce this stuff. So what's going to happen very quickly, because I know they've already started cleanup on that plant, is there's a nearby plant in Goshen that is going to start picking up a lot of their lamination needs. And what will effectively happen is a couple plants nearby, which again don't sound like they happen to be brands that we work with here at Haylett RV, they'll kind of have to pick up and share the pain a little bit. And they'll pick up some of that Surveyor, R-Pod, No Boundaries lamination production. Oh, this wind is brutal. I gotta get out of this crap, sorry. Whew. Man, that's better. That was, I underestimated that wind out there regardless. So what I wanted to do with this video is just kind of put some fears to rest and kind of clear up some of that misinformation. If you happen to be a customer who's waiting on or looking for an R-Pod, Surveyor, No Boundaries, something like that, don't freak out. Don't panic over all this. It's not like they're not going to be building them. There's going to be a little blip here, and it does mean that for a couple brands there might be, since they all have to kind of, share their production time, it might slow down the production rates a little bit. But they're coming. It's not like this is not happening. And again, this really doesn't affect most of Forest River. Most plants, since they all operate independently, they have their own purchasing agents, they have their own material suppliers. Most brands are not affected by this, and one of the benefits of a big company like Forest River is when there's redundancy and there's some fail safes. So like if one link in the chain breaks, they can kind of just put the chain back together and keep on tugging. Real similar thing happened a couple years ago when there was a flood in Oregon, and a lot of people were really worried about some of the RV production facilities out there. And like as a Keystone dealer, I know they have a facility in Pendleton, Oregon. A lot of people are really curious about that. And they had enough like alternate facilities where they were able just to shift that production to another facility and keep on trucking. And for the most part, that's what's going to happen here. It's going to kind of be a speed bump, or as if we needed one more hurdle in the industry this year. That's the part that just makes you go, really? That really had to happen now of all years, when things are already wacky. But there it is. So I hope you appreciate the fact that we're willing to go out of our way to try to dispel some rumors, even when they don't really directly affect us here at Haylett RV. We're just always trying to put the best information out there, because there are a lot of people who really were curious, like, hey, Josh, we have a mini light on order with you guys. Is this going to affect us? No, it's not. You're going to be perfectly fine. Everything's going to be honky-dory. So if you like the information, you always want to stay in the loop, hit that little subscribe button up there. And, we sell campers here too. You can give us a call when you're ready. Short of that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.